the final stage yet again. I went out of my way to unlock Reimu. Let's see if she's as overpowered as she was due to her price, which was overly expensive. It took about a couple hours. The Yin-Yang Ball appears to be pretty effective. I fear in a map like this, though, it may not be fully to her advantage because there's a lot of close quarters in it. We'll definitely need the help of other characters. She also doesn't move very quick either. Fantasy Seal doesn't even really track. If anyone would be more helpful close quarters, it'd be vtuber. Especially since there's quite a bit of black fairies. We kind of need to get rid of those as quick as possible. What Reimu does have is superior range, because it goes as far as flying off the map. Bide her time. Whoops. Not what I wanted. That's the opposite of what I wanted. Give ourselves a second here. They're just waiting for us, aren't they? Get rid of them. I don't remember if they can follow you or not. Let's hope they can't. Considering it's the last stage, we're probably going to need some of the strongest characters for this. I don't think Reimu's really cut out for it. We'll see about getting her in the boss fight, however, where it can be more manageable. I mean, look at all the black fairies that spawn on this map. How is Reimu supposed to compete with all that? I think her fantasy seal is what's messy, because it doesn't even really track. The fantasy seal for Reimu hits exactly where you have the cursor at. I don't know if that was a good idea or not. Worked out anyhow. You don't get any checkpoints until the boss either. Actually, you know, we made it. If we do end up getting a Reimu pickup in the fight, though, we can give it a try. What I wanted to do was to at least ensure every character got some playtime, so you can see what they're like. I don't know how vtuberen's gonna fare against Reimu. Vtuberen may be a boss killer, but I don't think she has the power to defeat the Hakure Shrine Maiden. Especially because she's the kind of boss you don't really want to be up close and personal with. Does a lot of damage, though. And she summons some yin-yangs, and those things are going to hop around the map at different speeds. Don't know what this is. Just gonna toss another sign down. Yin-Yang balls are probably the scariest part about it. Get hit by one of those, you may as well just be dead. Not a lot of room to move here. Since this is hard mode second tier, her... I don't know where that's hitting at, I can't see with all the yin-yang balls. That helped. Can't move. I'm gonna go back and do it again. Phantom, don't go underneath the ground. We need all the firepower we can get. Heads up. Not out. Why won't she die? Reimu, you're much more overpowered than you were the first time. Unfortunately, your imposter self couldn't even spawn on the floor. And now you must seal Gensokyo. Now we gotta make our decision and do the good ending this time, which is an entirely new boss fight. Let's go. Since this is new dialogue, I get to read again. Gensokyo will be. I have never seen you before, but now that you're here, it can't be helped. This path behind me is the path into Gensokyo, but you must know a few things. Choosing this path means choosing to become my enemy, for I must protect Gensokyo's peace. As you can see, the people in Gensokyo are changing because of the outside world. When a person's nature is altered by the outside world, are they still the same person? Changing your nature, just on a fancy whim. Is it not terrible? With so many coming from the outside world, how can we be certain that no evil slips through? When chaos finally erupts, will we be able to handle it? No risk should be taken when there is an absolutely safe alternative. Greed could cost you everything. For the sake of Gensokyo's peace, I cannot allow anyone to interfere. Well, unfortunately, we have to create the peace ourselves. We can't trust Reimu. She's conflicted by her inner good and inner evil self. Now instead of the evil, dark demon stage, we now got an angelic holy stage. I gotta say though, fighting White Reimu on a second tier difficulty is probably the worst decision I've ever made. So you chose to open up Gensokyo after all. Yes, we should deny the lives of the outside world, without reason. The good of everyone in Gensokyo is reason enough, isn't it? Don't you care about Gensokyo? Can you not feel the sadness within? If Gensokyo changes, it won't be Gensokyo anymore. Why is it wrong to change? What's wrong with changing for the sake of others? How do you know who we used to be like? Change isn't without reason. Even as a Celestial, I've changed for others. If not for that, I wouldn't be standing here. My journey of settling incidents wouldn't even have begun if I hadn't met that stupid ice fairy. That does not mean everyone will want change. Yet that doesn't mean that everyone will reject change either. Tenchi, how can you guarantee that the outside world won't bring harm upon Gensokyo? I can't guarantee that. What I can do is eliminate those who deem harmful. What if you can't eliminate all of them? You can't be everywhere at once now. Just as there are dangerous people, there are those who are helpful, just like you. If one cannot solve it, why not solve it in a group? You're taking everything too lightly. Things won't always go so well. There is nothing wrong of having a simple solution. I think you worry too much. Now we fight White Reimu, the ghost of sadness. Not even an incarnation of the light or anything. Powers of black and white. She barely takes any damage. It's a little hard to see those cards, since they're semi-transparent. I haven't fought you in months. Luckily, a lot of her projectiles seem to be moving very slowly. No entry barrier. I don't know what that is. What is this? Does way too much damage, and those things are going to track us. Kinda can't run from them either. Very little room to do anything but to run. We have a moment of respite there. Definitely going to be a longer battle, that's for sure. We gain our shield. Ouch. Also out of ammo. That's kinda not good. Not sure if Byakuren is cut out for this, so... The problem is those things move awfully fast. Oh, this is not good. How are we supposed to avoid this with all these things in the way? You can't. That's how. This won't end the way you want. If everything went as expected, there shouldn't be any tragedies to begin with. Well, this is gonna be hard. Apparently I start off with 0 abilities too. That even goes to show even more how hard this is gonna be. We needed it for the original fight. I wonder why they didn't keep this option, like between good and evil, it's like a separate level or something. We got some of our ammo back. I might seeing about saving Yumi for the later part of it though. For one reason. We need to preserve our ammunition as much as we possibly can. The hard part is getting near her. Ow. Ow. Only trying to stay close isn't good either. The music is also kind of messy for some reason. Not sure why that is. Up until you fight her anyhow. That Kogasa back there. She saved us during the Dark Reimu fight. Maybe she'll help for this one too. She can block all of the projectiles just like she did with the evil one. Kogasa might be the true hero of both sides of the story. This does mean that the fight will have to involve a lot more patience, and it will draw out a little longer. However, I think that's a fair price to pay if it means we can succeed. Where is she? Doing the... oh no. I would get Yumi for this, since we need that extra speed. Ow. Those things go on forever, too. And it's not like you can really sit still at any point and fight. You kind of have to focus on running away from them. Since you stand in one of those for like even just 2 seconds, you're probably gonna die. At least Yumu has a good enough walking speed to get away from them. Can't say though, this is actually making the fight really a boss fight. The philosophy of command. Summoning all sorts of nonsense. Somehow I highly doubt she can block these, however. Definitely not. It's actually really helpful though for those segments since they move really slow. Just she really doesn't take a lot of damage from anything. And those are unblockable. The other things we can block are the orbs that she summons towards you. Definitely gonna be a really long and drawn-out fight. Fantasy reincarnation. What is this? Lasers going across the screen in a star formation. Oh no. Going back to the light tornado phase, in which we don't even really get to fight the boss. She's doing all sorts of stuff now. I'm not really sure you're supposed to avoid that unless you're on the outer rim. If anything, the turret is the hero of the game. Kind of surprised though, she hasn't decided to do the, I don't know what it's called, the one where she summons all the blocks again. Now she's just doing this. She's probably got another trick up her sleeve. We gotta keep our eye out for her. Philosophy of something. I don't know what that is. Light daggers and other nonsense. We can block this with Kogasa. What the? She's got the same abilities as she does as the normal one. Getting hit by those are probably going to get us killed. Clearly the longest boss fight in the game. Ouch. Uh-oh. Block all of these. Maybe really long and drawn out, but well then, this won't end the way I want. That's never been more true. This one's a lot worse than the dark one, especially just because we gotta do it on the second tier. We'll give this one more go. And then I'll have to see about restarting the level with different characters to see if we can get back here with potentially better luck. Since it is kind of unfortunate we don't have any abilities for this. Which is probably what sucks about this. Alrighty then. Finally, after about 20 attempts, more like 30, finally beat White Reimu. I'll be completely honest, I started not enjoying this fight at this point. It took a lot longer than it really should have. But now we won. As long as I am completely destroyed, I will not stop fighting. Do you not believe in Gensokyo? Do you not believe the presence of those of the outside world? Believing and deciding without evidence will lead to tragedy. The human who said this had already 6 feet under. I am not a human, and this is not heaven. I am a celestial, and this is Gensokyo. A paradise where nothing is impossible. After all, we exist because beings from the outside world care about us. Isn't that evidence to you? Such an insignificant number isn't enough to be evidence. And that is why we should wait, to seek out right from wrong from every one of them before making the decision. Isn't that right? I just don't want to take any more risks. I don't like taking risks either. Just like how many times I had to go through this fight. But I can't abandon the outside world because of that. And then the last rune. Now we've acquired every relic in the game. Now we achieve the true ending of the game. Fighting that on Tier 2 was a mistake.